Tracey Malcolm is a director in Towers Watson's Talent Management and Rewards practice in Toronto. She spoke with us at a Strategic Capability Network event about Transformative HR. What exactly does Transformative HR entail?
Transformative HR is based on the opportunity that HR has as a profession to move forward. It's grounded on the principles of, frankly, the medicine or evidence-based change movement that says fundamentally what is the logical data and logical analytics available to HR to better make disciplined decisions around its investment and how it manages the portfolio of its services. Fundamentally, it's based on 5 principles that build upon one another. The first being logic-driven analytics. Do you truly understand the data that's most important to your organization? Currently, HR typically provides programs to the entire organization, common to all, but does it really take the time to understand both the quantitative and qualitative sides to the services it provides? Logic-driven analytics poses the challenge, are you looking at data the right way and drawing conclusions around that data? And from there, are you differentiating on the programs you offer to employees? So segmentation is the second principle. Segmentation is to consider not just jobs or workforce segments that are critical, but to consider pivotal areas in the business that required different treatment. So it's not to say that one area is more important than another. It's actually to look fundamentally at the business and the talent segments and say, where does making a unique deal make sense? Where is treating one group differently than the other make sense? The third is risk leverage. So once you understand the segments where you can create differentiated employment deals for different areas or pivotal areas of the business, are you assuming some risk? Risk is not actually a 4-letter word. The idea is that risk can be utilized where an unexpected outcome is still suitable. So rather than protecting against all outcomes, you're actually making a consideration where risk may be introduced into the HR program where an expected outcome or a deviation from the expected outcome is suitable. And finally, integration and synergy relates to once you've made those decisions around your segments and the risk you're willing to assume, how are your programs integrating and building upon one another for an improved outcome? So that you get to a state of optimization. Optimization is the 5th principle in transformative HR. For optimization, the most simple analogy is, for example, your own investment portfolio. We make decisions all the time around what we're doing with our base pay, our investments, whether we're spending or saving money. Similarly, HR needs to optimize its portfolio. Where is it investing? Where can it have the courage to invest differently based on its differentiated segments and the risk it's willing to take?
Why is it so important for HR to embrace this method?
This is an important opportunity for HR because, frankly, most organizations, like businesses, are stretched to do more with less. HR also potentially doesn't know how or when to say no. And those are often 2 challenges we hear organizations say. Transformative HR and the 5 underlying principles create a foundation for decision making, to say no or to invest differently. It's not that this is a yes and no game, but fundamentally when you're looking at the results that are required, the engagement that is required from employees, you need to be crystal clear on where are you differentiating and the reasons why. Why are you investing in certain programs versus others? Why are you deciding to optimize one area of spend and spend less in another area? And that clarity really is born from considering these 5 principles together.